welcome back to Sorare Sunday for the week starting the 7th of April to the 13th of April. As you can hear, I've had a terrible cold this week, so let's not spend too long on this. Let's have a look at what happened this week. Okay, looking at this week, we're going to go back to what happened the weekend before, going over to Monday and Tuesday. We got 27 essence and 1 box and 500 XP. I'm going to just scroll through really slowly so that you can see where I got that. I'm not really going to talk about them all as much as I do usually, but this is the team that won me the box. But they actually did pretty well, to be fair. Trossard getting 61, Ueda getting 60, Baltzit getting 84, 77. You know, like all very good scores. So got me top 10% for a 1 box. And then we're going to go down. We got 5 essence from our Brentford team. The other 2 teams didn't do that well, to be honest, in the end season. And then we got 5 essence from our Ipswich team, who lost to Wolves and are probably going to get probably they're relegated now to the Championship, but they gave it a good go, bless them. A player who's been very impressive recently is Dara O'Shea. I hope they get to keep hold of him and the lap, but we will see. Nothing in my La Liga teams and nothing in my Bundesliga teams. We were close with some of them, but it just wasn't to be. Then our MLS, we were close, but not quite with a few of them. A lot of players being dropped, I think, and Ryan Kent, who was my player to watch last week, didn't even play. I wonder if he's actually up to. He hasn't played for a long time, so he might not be up to fitness yet. So might have to wait a while to see if he's any good still. But we did get 3 essence from this team here, so not too shabby. And then going down to champions, this team here, our French kind of stack, did pretty well with a 2 essence. Casimir. I wonder if he's going to move on somewhere in the summer because he's been playing pretty well for a team which isn't that high up in the league. So he might be one to watch for like a move. And Gabriel Cesal getting a really mixed game. I think he scored an own goal, then he got an assist and a clearance off the line. So he redeemed himself, but he definitely had a bit of a turbulent game, should we say. And then the rest of the teams didn't really do anything for me on champions. And in the challenger, we did all right. We got 5 essence with Utrecht stack, which I'm quite liking that stack. I might do one next season because I like Utrecht as a team. And NAC stack did not do well because our keeper didn't play. They dropped him, obviously. And our Z stack didn't do well because their keeper didn't play. And one of their main defenders hasn't played, so I don't know what's going on there. Like, obviously a bit of a switch around, but it's not good for us. We did get 5 essence in our classic as well, with Antman getting 2 assists and an 86, and De Gea getting 71. Heravine are actually doing pretty well, actually. It might be worth a look at a stack. Next season, I'm going to do stacks rather than just buying random cards of like teams, and I'm looking at Eredivisie teams which I want to buy a stack of. I'm not really sure who yet though. Going down to contender, we did okay. We only got 2 essence for our Hibs team. We usually do a little bit better with the Hibs team, and we did do well looking at like the scores. But it's just I was hoping if we just have a look up, we were just on the cusp of money. You know, I was hoping we'd get a little bit of cashola, but we didn't quite. And then we got 500 XP for this team, which is kind of a mixture of Austrian League and J League. And classics, we didn't get anything. And then under 23s, we didn't get anything either. A couple of people playing well. Polster getting a 60, Boving getting a 62. Boving and Polster have been 2 quite impressive players at the end of this season. And they're still really young, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. They're both in the Austrian league as well, how they do next season, or if they get picked up by another European league, like a team that's looking for some young talent. And Griffin Yao again he's a young American striker, and they tend to have kind of quite a lot of cachet. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone comes to pick him up, someone like an AC Milan or someone comes to pick up Griffin Yao, because he has been scoring goals for fun in the Juniper League. And then nothing for this special. I can't remember what the special was. Might have just been anti-stack. It doesn't really say, which is a bit annoying. The special teams that you put together only just calls them special. It doesn't say what the special thing was that you had to do. And then I did awful with the Europe, so it wasn't to be. So that was the weekend before. But then if we go to the midweek, I did even worse because it's now got to the point of the Champions League, the Europa League, the Conference League quarterfinals and stuff. So like I don't have enough players of that quality. They're really expensive cards. The only one who actually played was Trossard, and he came on as a sub. And I did a terrible job of picking a good team for the Europe, so we didn't get anything from that. And I think midweeks, while Champions League and Europa and Conference are happening, I'm gonna just struggle with, because I don't have anyone to play. I think probably next season I'm gonna buy just stacks for teams, and I don't think I'm gonna get a Champions League team or a Conference team or anything. So because they're so expensive, so I think that I'll probably have the same problem every season. But it's something I know, and this point of the season I just play the weekends mainly, and then enjoy the rivals at the end of like during the week, so that I kind of don't focus so much on this. So that was this week. Next week's going to be a bit different because, as I mentioned, rivals. It's the last week for rivals, so I'm going to be playing it. I'm going to finish strong, hopefully, and get some wins under my belt. We'll see. But literally straight after Rivals is shut down, they're releasing the new version. Now, I think it's going to be just like the NBA dailies, but they haven't really confirmed much about it. So we are going to see what will replace Rivals in about a week's time. There's been a lot of talk about it, and we're finally there. So it's going to be exciting to see what actually happens. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Rivals. If you're looking forward to the new thing, if you will miss Rivals, what's the vibe for it? I personally think Rivals was okay, but it was very. You could get some really one-sided results. You could get some really difficult weeks where you just would never win. It was very unbalanced, I think. And this new version, if it is just build a team, put it up against everyone else, and that, it does. I understand that. I understand. I mean, it does heavily lean on the people who pay getting better rewards, but it might also mean that people who don't pay and are the free-to-play people get good rewards still, because they're going to be releasing, like, I think, a commons again, like all the common cards. So yeah, it's an interesting space. It'll be interesting to see in the next couple of months how it works. But yeah, let me know what you think overall. So next we are going to look at our player to watch. Okay, so I did say I'm struggling a little bit to find players to watch even. Sorry, because we're coming to the end of the season. We're also getting to the point where you don't really want to buy cards in the old season. You're going to wait for new season. But I do think that I can't remember if I've said Jesse Lingard already as well. But if I have, it was a while ago. So I'm going to say Jesse Lingard. He is playing really well in Korea. Second season that he's playing well as well. It's not just like a one season wonder. He plays regularly. He gets goals. He gets assists. He starts. They love him there, so he's a bit of an icon there as already. And the team's not too shabby either. Seoul is a pretty good team. He's 32, so he's not like a young'un, but I think he's probably got at least another 2 seasons in him there. It seems to be fairly easy for him. Yeah, and the cards themselves are £3-4 for him. If you want to go through Sorare, it's about £4.60. You can pick him up cheaper from managers. So yeah, I think he's just one of those players which would be really good if you're doing a a K-League stack, or if you just want a good, what is he, a forward or a midfielder? If you want a good midfielder for your, I believe it's contender. So definitely one to keep as not. I wouldn't say keep an eye on because he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna vastly improve. I think he's probably reaching his potential right now. But to think about if you need a midfielder who's going to be fairly consistent in that sort of league, I think he's definitely a good shout. And yeah, I think with the players to watch, I'm just going to have to say like ones which are like, oh, they're good for like K League and J League or MLS, but you know, like the players to watch will probably ramp up a bit more once we get to the new season. Like all the transfers have happened, and that it's a hard time of the year to kind of figure out who are good players to watch, who are ones who are going to get dropped and probably never play again and stuff like. Do you know what I mean? But Jesse Lingard is a fairly safe bet at the moment, as long as he stays fit, because he could get injured. He's somewhat injury prone, but he's done fairly well this season and last season to stay away from too many major injuries. So hopefully he will keep that up. But yeah, that's my player to watch for now, and we're gonna go on to what's in the box. What's in the box? All right. Boxes, we have 1 limited and 7 rivals. As I said, rivals has been my midweek savior because of how rubbish my weekends have been. My week has been, even with what's it called, the like Champions League, Europa League, and everything. Sorry, this cold is kicking my butt at the moment. I'm feeling rubbish. So I did play quite a bit of rivals. I had a really bad run though. I lost so many, but we did end up getting at least 7 boxes. I mean, we could have got more. I'm not gonna lie, we could have been double digits, but I had a really bad run, and we lost so many. But we got something for it, and we're getting some essence. Just ones at a time, but ones will do. And some tickets, which aren't... I mean, I will use the tickets throughout this week, to be fair, because I will definitely be playing. But we only get 1 arena ticket at a time. I feel like the tickets that you're getting are less in these boxes. I feel like they know when they're giving you less arena tickets just to be like, you don't want them, do you? So that was all our Rivals boxes. Didn't really get a lot from it. What are we going to get from our Top Tacklers Classic Limited box? 1 limited essence. Okay. What a disappointing run. Because of that, I was umming and ahhing whether I should just save all of my essence. And it doesn't look like it's loaded properly, but we're too far away from 50 for me to be like, oh, do you know what? Let's hold. I'm going to do a 20 just because I want to do a pull today. So we're going to do... Oh. Okay, it's a little bit buggy. I'm not quite sure what's happening here, but okay, it did load. We have a Belgian forward, or I don't know. That's a Belgian team, isn't it? Adam Nali. Oh man, he is a young'un. He's 18. Oh, should I have waited? Should I have waited to do my pull? Let's have a look at him. Saint Trudense VV. And they are... Where are they in the league? I don't even see them. They're 14th. They're currently floating around relegation, but 1 point away from safety. So how I think the Belgian league works is halfway through the season they split to a promotion... Well, not promotion, but like European standing league and a relegation league. So each of these teams then play all of each other rather than playing all of these guys, and vice versa. So I think that's how it works from what I can remember of the Belgian league. So he's playing for a team that's probably going to get relegated, and he doesn't play. He played 1 game off the bench and got an assist. Well done, mate. Yeah, okay. He's not a great pull. He's only worth 47p as well, about. So He's one which will just sit in the background, and I'll hope that someone like Arsenal picks him up for out of nowhere and starts playing him, but I don't think they will. So that was my what's the box. We're gonna move on to have a look at what happened in NBA. And we are in NBA now. So I actually had a really good week with NBA. Being wrapped up in bed with a cold did mean that I could sit and do my daily teams and everything like that. And for the most part, I haven't claimed some rewards. I think it's probably just common essence. Yeah. So I didn't do that great for this one, apparently. I haven't checked my dailies for today. So for the most part, my dailies have done pretty well. So just having a look. Yeah, I only got 65 for that. Oh, Josh Giddey didn't play. That's gonna hurt me because I used Josh Giddey in my pros team as well. We did okay, but for like the weeks before, days before even, got 200 tier 4 and a 1-star box from that team. We actually won somewhere from a limited daily hoops, which is you know, improvement, people. Then we got a 200 and tier 4 again. Nothing from that. And then a tier 2 and a 1-star box, a 200. And then a 200 1-star, 1-star tier 1, and nothing from that one. But that was pretty good. 2 boxes in one day. And I think that was it, wasn't it? Or was it up to the 6th? Because that was Sunday as well. Oh, we didn't get anything for it anyway, 200. We've got plenty of common essence, which I've used to buy Jokic, I think his name is. So I put him on my new, once it loads. Yeah, Nikola Jokic. I've put him on my commons team, and hopefully they'll do well. I mean, he's done very well, and so's Cade Cunningham, and so's James Harden. The only problem is you don't have any score up here to put good players in. So we've got 3 and 9 from these guys, and I just feel like we're flagging behind. Do you know what I mean? But these guys are doing the biz. Look at them, absolutely smashing. Mogbo, I think is how you say it. Absolutely smashing it for the Raptors. He's killing it at the moment. He's a young player, and he's just scoring left, right, and center. He's I think he got a triple double or something like that last week. So he's been insane. But yeah, we have 8 boxes to open. We'll just quickly look at how we did. I think it's this one and that one. We got 3 rewards, a 3-star box and a 2-star box, and a common card from this one. So the 2-star was from this team. Jimmy Butler, my favorite card. That hairstyle is incredible. And then a 3-star box from this team. With a player getting a 1. We did pretty well in that underdogs team, right? And we were 2 points away with this team as well, which was a bit annoying. So we did really well with that one. And then 2 rewards from this one. We got a 3-star box and a 2-star box again. Once it loads, we've got the 2-star here, this team, and the 3-star here, this team. And our boxes that we have to open. I'm hoping we get enough for a pull, but then I'm half thinking, do I want to do a pull with the lowest tier? We got money. We've got market credit. Didn't want that. You know how I feel about market credit. It means I've got to spend my money. But I'm hoping we get enough for a pull. But then I'm umming and ahhing if I want to do a 50 essence pull, because it's the lower level cards usually. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have so much money to spend on NBA cards that I don't want. There's so much, like, they are like, come on, you know you want to spend money. Free essence. Just need 4 more essence from these 3 boxes. Oh my goodness, stop giving me money. I don't think I'm going to get a pull now. I think we're going to be short. We need 1 essence from our last box, which is a 1-star box. Hey, we made it. Flipping heck. I was actually a little bit nervous there. So how much do we actually have to spend? £23 worth of credit on a 50% boost. So we could buy a £46 card and only pay £23 for it. That's a bit insane. It's so much. How long is it? 30 days. Oh man, I don't want to put money into NBA at the moment, but I'll let that sit there for a while and kind of figure out what I want to do with it. If you guys have any ideas, any cards to get using that credit or anything that I should use it with, just let me know in the comments below. That'd be great. A little bit of advice would be always appreciated. But we are going to end this up with a craft for the T at 50. It's really buggy at the moment. I feel like the updates Sorare are making are kind of bugging out a little bit on here. Might be Chrome as well, because I'm using Chrome. It sometimes doesn't like graphicsy things. Yeah, I could save up to get the 100 to get a T3 plus, but I don't really want to. Let's just do it. We've done it. What are we getting? American, which doesn't really tell you a lot with NBA. Forward. For the Oklahoma. Okay, Jalen Williams. He does play. That's not a terrible pull. We've had ones before which like have just not played all season and they're basically useless. So let's have a quick look at him. Okay, do you know what? He does play as well because he was just injured and then he's back and he got 50, and a 60 there as well. You get some really good scores, but he does get injured a lot, doesn't he? Okay, Jalen Williams for Oklahoma City Thunder. He's worth around £4 or £5, so he's not too shabby. I don't know. He's not a bad pull, I don't think. I will definitely use him in my limited lineups, and I could use, because it's easy to get like some of the bigger numbers now, especially because it's near the end of near playoffs and stuff like that. It's easy to pick up like players fairly cheapish that can do like big numbers. Like LeBron is only like a £5, I think, that I picked him up for off a manager sale. So like you can get big numbers, but like kind of the middle numbers, you don't feel like you don't want to waste a lot of money on them, but you do need them. Otherwise, you don't have anything to fill in the rest because you've used up a lot of your score. If that makes sense. So having like a 25 sort of player means that I know where I can put him in, where like I need to just fill in the gaps sort of thing, and he might get a really good score that will push us up to like get a really high reward box or something. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. I've not heard of Jalen Williams. He's young though as well, so he's a rookie. So I'm pretty happy with that overall. We haven't done any Major League Baseball. I've given up on it. I don't get the scoring. I don't get how it works. I don't enjoy it. So I've just decided it's not worth it. If I don't enjoy it, I'm not going to do it. So thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. I'm going to go back to bed and drink some Cowpole and blow my nose. So hopefully I'm feeling better for next week, where we'll talk more about this new... Well, I don't know if we will, actually, because Rivals is ending next week. So it might be ending before I film next week's video. Or no, after even. So I might have to just talk about the last week of Rivals next week, and then the week after I'll be talking about the new version of what we get. But we'll have to just wait and see. It's all a little bit up in the air. So thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking with Sorare in the comments, if there's any like opinions you've got about it. And I will see you next week. See you when I see you. Bye.